First of all, my name is Alisha. I am a social media specialist for a product company. So that's just a little about me. But here we are for Surya, who it's my honor to introduce her to you guys. She's a very brilliant interior designer, a content creator, a social media person who is also a business coach and entrepreneur who is inspiring a lot of design students and designer minds right from the start on social media and all different platforms as well. She's also the founder of Reflections of Design and Growth Studio, where she is leading a very brilliant team. So thank you for being here, Surya. It's an honor to have you here. So I would like to start at the beginning of Surya. How did you enter into the field of design? Do you have like a family history? How did you get started in this?
Okay, so myself Surya Sharma. I'm an interior designer, content creator. These days people know me as influencer also. The term of design influencer has been introduced. I have been an entrepreneur and a business coach. So the journey started in the second year itself when I was doing my BID and there were a lot of competitions happening. But I always ask my student to focus on the main magazines of our industry. Be it you're coming from fashion industry, any field you are there, target their magazines from where you can read actually the interviews of the people. Like you can consider your icons whom you can get the inspiration. So I just was scrolling and I just in the magazine I was looking at, and there was a competition by Society Interior. Anyone who has done interior design into the audience, they must know. Yeah, you know. So they were hosting the competition, and luckily I participated in, and I was a North Zonal winner. So in the second year itself only I got the exposure, and when I received that award, that brings lot of internship. That exposure gave me a platform. Like I live in Jaipur at that time. Now I've shifted to Pune. So during that time, a lot of companies know. Okay, so they have gathered some like big award, and now we can offer the internship to these people. So from there, I was not just a normal college girl. Now I started doing the internship, and within 3 months, they were paying me. So there, my journey started, and the things I've learned from the not just onto the college, I've learned a lot of things from the practicality of the office life, plus what they were actually doing. So it has started like that.
Nice, that's very impressive. So I do see a lot of students over here. So they know earning at 19 is not that easy with your second year itself, and especially with the kind of gap that we see in the curriculum. So there's a very rosy picture about how design is in college, and is that the same when it comes to working in real life?
No, it's totally different. Like in college, I was the person who could relate to students, like the thesis that we do, the luxurious projects that we do in college. We have that opportunity of making your own hypothetical plan, or your teacher would give you this certain type of area. And in the practical life, the thing that would hit me is like I have designed so big project, tiny projects in my college. I was designing so many things, and cut to in my actual life when I just like came out of the college, I was designing a 8x6 bathroom. So yeah, so every student must have the reality check. So you're not gonna get this massive project that you're doing. You will get onto that stage, but it will take years. So I would highly suggest like college student must also know the importance of practicality, the actual work that you will be doing after the degree or the diploma, whatever you're doing.
That's nice. That's nice. So, talking about reality checks, you told me that you started off your Instagram journey during COVID. Just FYI, guys, she has 90,000 followers on Instagram, and that's in a span of only 2 years. So, I want to understand why did you choose Instagram, and what was the motivation that got you started? Okay, a little story for a second. So, I got married in December 2019, and the COVID happened in 2020 March. Okay, so after the marriage, there's a whole shift of the world that happened. Okay,
now during that space, eventually currently I'm running two companies. First company I run with my dad. He's also an architect. So there we take all types of execution projects and things were going pretty well. So then when COVID happened, our 20 sites were closed. So now, whoever done like who is doing who are the boss, they would understand like being a boss is a tough task. Your employer expect things. If anything happening to their life, they will ask you definitely from you only, from the boss only. So yes, बहुत बोलते हैं ना खर्चा भी हो गया and lot of things happened at that period. And I was just sitting and one friend of mine told me like just start posting your work. So I've done BID. So I know 3D software, I know 2D software. That's the combination that we offer. So he just said you like a lot of people tell me I have a good forte in 3D. If anyone would see my Instagram page, you would understand. I have a forte in 3D. So I love 3ds Max. So and in that also I design like people say you would design bedrooms quite well. So I used to design those things randomly, like hypothetically, because your sites were closed and now what to do. So I started that, and one of my friends told me start posting onto the social media. Till then I was not on Instagram, not even I have personal account there. So he just said, and a lot of things were there. So I started posting on Facebook groups, on Pinterest, even on Snapchat also. I started posting. During the COVID, lot of things were like we were looking at like लोग खाने बना रहे different type के तो मुझे खाना बनाना तो नहीं आता. So what thing I am good at, what is my forte? I started making 3D models, 3D views of like random, like how I want to live in a master bedroom. मेरा particular कैसा होना चाहिए? How would I have designed for my in-laws? Like a lot of things I've started making, and I started posting, but nothing happened because I think Instagram gives you a lot of features in the form of IGT, posts, carousels, reels. So they give you a lot of platform to which you can reach to a lot of audience. So thereby, I started posting from there, and then I was like, who knows Sanjay Puri sir? Yeah, you know. So Sanjay Puri sir, I was like in the Delhi. There was one conference, I was lucky to meet him. And I told him like I like your work and how we talk to the people who we admire. So we just say yes, you should start using Instagram. He's very active on Instagram. You could have seen. So I said, okay, what is now this Instagram? I'm not a, like the social media person. I was never. In my college life also, I was never like post करना ही करना है. मैं बहुत दूर थी इन चीज़ों से. So he asked me to do that, and my husband asked me to definitely make a page and start doing. Like we were already running first company, so you do like make another company now. Now that's a task. Making another company is also a task. Then we opened the page, but that happened when the COVID was on its peak, the first wave, when everyone knows nothing. सब भूला हो रहा था. So that time I opened that page, and that the day I remember is September 2020. So I started putting my what I told you, the 3D views that I used to make. I started putting a lot of work from there, and things go well then. A lot of things happen that I've told you. We have to talk about that also. But a quick question, like you said, as a beginner, you had no idea about Instagram, and in fact, even the platform, its existence, you had no idea. But how did you design your own strategy with Instagram, with your content? I've seen some really cool videos. If you guys check her Instagram, you'll see she has reels that have reached 1.5 million as well. So that's really cool. So also the fact that I saw that you included Vastu and design as one of the topics. How did you design your strategy? Being an interior designer, definitely if your client wants to have a plan with the Vastu or not, but as a expert, you need to tell him like this is the forte, like a very basic kitchen east में होना चाहिए. So you should tell them, even if he is not like आजकल की youth रहती है. We are not of a south like Vastu kind of person, but still, as an expert, as a designer also, you believe in Vastu. That I do believe in Vastu. I also come from Brahmin communities, maybe that's an instinct, but I do believe in it. And I do tell them, like, including Vastu, that will add the positivity. that will add some more gestures that already you are having. So that's how, and there was nothing, no strategy was there because all this, there was so, social media is so in numbers like LinkedIn, le lo, Twitter, le lo, everything is there piled up. So I was just a normal girl who loves 3D math, who loves to design 3D, and I used to upload my work via that.
Nice. So one question that I think anyone who's starting off on social media would be asking, do I have to show my face on social media to get started? Did you do that?
Okay, so things were going well. Like I started posting my work, and there was no expectation. The COVID, how do you even think? Like, look, यहाँ पे the number of deaths was so number like, and how do you think कि लोग घर बनाएंगे उस phase में? But when I started posting, not only the clients, a lot of architects and other people were like, okay, you design good, we can collab or something. These were happening, and at that moment, I have no idea of collaborations. I have no idea of reels. So I used to just post, and within 3 to 4 months, there was nothing happening. I gained like 30 followers. But my 30th follower was my first client. And randomly, I was sitting one day, and the fine guy just called me because we gave our Gmail and contact numbers. So the person just messaged me like, you really had good designs, and I want you to design my ground floor. I was like, and I was not in that place because I was COVID positive. I was like, nah, okay, just like he asked me, कितना आपका costing रहेगा? Randomly I said, okay, it will be 30K with the 3D and the 2D, and that guy was ready to pay. That made me realize, okay, we can earn from this social media as well. It's just not a tool. The people are just posting the thing. We can include that thing into a business strategy also. And still, it was like, ये pay करेंगे नहीं करेंगे, but eventually he was a very good person. He paid. Eventually, I got like 2 to 3 clients were very good in the earlier stage, and he paid me. And within 2 to 3 weeks, I was having 30K in my hand. So from that, I have known कि चलो, this is a good platform, and we should like continue with that. And then I was in the earlier stage, I was not like consistent with this. Itna post, and now it does bajte hi, I have to post. At 4 p.m. I have to post a reel that has taken a shape. I remember like my birthday was near, and then the devil client came, and I just say like, people can be very mean to you in the social media. If you receive positive things, there will be negative things also. So that client came, and at that moment I really don't take like advance पे लेना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. It was very mutual understanding. The client is paying, and then I'm giving the work, and if he's asking the work first, it's vice versa, it's happening. And the same thing happened with that client also. After giving me 20 or 30% of my whole project, and I've given all him the work. That was my biggest mistake, to just not concentrate on advance payment, and I just gave all the work. Considering क्योंकि मेरे साथ अच्छे client मिल रहे थे मुझे, happy face, okay. And then he just vanished. He blocked me from every area he was. Even I don't know, GPay का भी account उसने हटा दिया इधर उधर से. So that was like, now I have given him ground floor, first floor, and then exterior view. That was a big project for me, and I've invested so much. So designing includes, it's not just कि software पे बनाया. Clients से हम जिस दिन मिलते हैं, as a designer, who are designer settings, they would understand. जिस दिन हम first client से मिलते हैं, they're blabbering हमें ऐसा चाहिए. We have made that 3D in our mind. It is just the tool of 3ds Max or SketchUp, anyone who, whatever the preference of the software they use. It is just that timing कि हम वहाँ से निकाल के आपको समझाने के लिए we are providing you the view. So our mind has processed that thing. So he just vanished, and I was so like, मेरा नेचर वैसे बहुत बढ़िया है. And I was very angry, and I at the time I think IGTV हुआ करते थे, आजकल तो पूरा रील का ही हो गया. And I made a video of 6 minutes 23 seconds using all the good words that I know. So much abusive, like even if you would play, it was like bip bip, then blah blah blah, then bip bip bip. So like मैंने अपना anger निकाल दिया, but Instagram had blocked me, banned my page for 1 month. uh, that period was very tough. Like at the time I have gained like 5k or 6k followers, itna ho gaya tha. And now also you get to attach with the routine. Like if I'm posting, there have been a lot of comments coming, so there is a connection. But when that blocking happened, everything was disaster. But that incident made me realize if I can make a video using like itna acha sare words, so I can make a good content also. So that has taken all my shyness and all the thing. Like I was a camera conscious person, but that made me realize कि नहीं अब बता सकते if you have a genuine knowledge and you genuinely want to say anything or teach onto not onto the educational purpose also, but if you want to say or make other person understand why are you designing, what are you designing, what materials you're using, we can make the videos onto that. That was the incident.
Got it. Oh, that's nice. Like, I obviously was going to ask you how social media has its two sides, a good side and a bad side, right? And have you faced the bad side? You clearly have. I want to ask you, to anyone who's starting off in design or on Instagram as a small business owner or a creator, how would you ask them to like filter from their good audience and bad audience? How would you identify someone who's probably a scammer? They just look like us, right? With a regular bio, a regular profile picture, regular pictures. How do you distinguish them from the good ones? Just how the people talk to you or put the first question, no, you would get the vibe. If he's really interested in if he really wants to do the work, so the a line he would say, the message that he will encounter us, he would say like, I like this particular design, and the next question will be how I can like, is there any appointment schedule or how we can meet or something like that. The scammers, they first ask me, कितना charge रहेगा आपका? If anyone who is asking you this type of question, just ban that person, because as a designer, it is not just कि हम vegetable market में बैठे हैं and we are selling something. आलू की जगह हम 3D views बेच रहे हैं. It's not like that. Designing is something that you will meet the person, you will judge, like you will judge him, you will like all those expect. It's not just कि अगर client ने आपको कहते हैं Pinterest पे ये है, मैं आपको बना कर देना है. It's not that. As an expert, you should know कि आपको Pinterest पे neutral palette अच्छा लग रहा है, but will you be able to maintain that thing? Will you be able to sustain that designing into your master bedroom or not? So everything have to be there. Thank you, Surya. Does anybody have questions from the audience? Because I have one. Okay, yes.
Very simple. What keeps you going?
Okay. What keeps me going? So after 50k, so when I hit the 50k, now it's not just me putting up the work. After you attain like it's even in 2 years, I have so many like the followers that I have now. कई बार लगता है फैमिली से ज़्यादा वो लोग हो गए हैं, they are understanding so much. And the lot of in my interviews also, a lot of people ask me like, I was a normal girl who used to upload the work. How the influencer thing happened? How you enter into this content creation thing? So it's only the followers that insisted. He used to ask me so many questions. अब एक ही question आपको अगर 10 लोग पूछ रहे हैं, it's better to make a video and then post if you can make it. And same thing goes, I do teach 3ds Max now onto the virtual platform only. I teach AutoCAD. I have some sessions going on, which are personalized sessions. So that also my followers wanted me to teach them. So eventually now the things are whatever I'm doing, it is for my followers.
And is the content creation journey a stressful job?
Definitely. Definitely. A lot of people say you have to have a line between a professional personal life. So ऐसे ही आपको content creator, if you're an influencer, and if you whatever like it's not about the interior designing field, in any field, even if you're posting like a dance reel or a singing, maybe what is your particular niche in any Instagram page. The thing is हाइप मत बनाओ कि मुझे आज का आज ये डालना है एंड इतने लोगों को लाइक करना पड़ेगा. तो like when I started like seeing the raise in my followers, the first thing I have think कि ये चीज़ हटा दो कि कितना followers होना चाहिए. If you'll see my topics that I have made, so there's not एक वास्तु में topic नहीं छोड़ा होगा मैंने. Even when I have 10k followers, I had those topics, reels made, post made.
So eventually you have to keep on doing the things. But if you're getting stressed out, just like if I'm onto the stage, like I need to inform my followers first. Like अगर आप randomly अगर मैं बंद कर दूंगी, so they will be, ma'am, are you alive? When I'm in a when I'm planning holidays or something like that, I do have to inform because I have taken that daily thing. मैं daily content post करती हूँ, so I have made my audience like ये आदत हो जानी चाहिए उनको कि 10 बज गए हैं तो सूर्या मैम का कंटेंट आज पोस्ट आ जाएगी. So it is you how you plan. There are a lot of other strategies also. Like people do post in twice a week, thrice. ये अब आप पे डिपेंड करता है. So definitely जब लगे कि यहाँ पे बहुत like what you say like bug आ चुका है. It's not like nothing creativity is not like sabotaged. नहीं हो पा रही है. Just take a time. एक week ले लो, 1 month ले लो, but always like post productive things. That will hype your followers and the authenticity of your page. Yeah.
Follow up to आपका question. As a content creator, like you said, the most important thing is consistently showing up. You know, because your audience gets used to you. But if I look at the other side, as a content creator, did you have to invest in things like apart from your time? Because the one question that people ask, should I buy a ring light? Should I buy a studio? Should I invest in something like that? Is that important? Is that how you started?
No, ring light came into my life when I hit 50K. After that, definitely, you get a lot of collaborations, that even with the brands. That's another happening life with the Instagram. Like now, after a certain number of followers, you'll be recognized with the, like suppose if I come from interior background, so a lot of main brands like Royal Plywood, Royal Touch and Century Plywoods, Asian Paint, people, all big brands would be coming. So ultimately, you want the quality to be A1. So eventually, we had nowadays good phones, but to add more like business class video, you need to have invest in ring light and the stand, tripod stand. It will make things easier for you. But if your question is like कि अगर ये सब नहीं होगा, तो you can't come into this, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं. I have gained 50 and then I've invested into these things.
Thank you so much, Surya. Do we have any questions for her? One more? Yes.
So how do you select social media platform? You have to have on all the platforms like YouTube, Insta, Facebook, LinkedIn. How do you do it?
तो थोड़ा दूर है. You are asking why I chose this Instagram. You are saying like this?
How you decide which platform you to choose for social media? So do
Okay.
I have to have on all the platforms like YouTube, Insta, LinkedIn?
Okay, I got your question. Okay. So the thing is that social media is something like I really like Instagram because it offers a lot of features. Okay, Facebook did not, and the kind of clientele that I get, 70% of the clientele that you receive from Instagram, they have like वो हल्का सा they are more trustworthy. थोड़ा अच्छे से बताएंगे. Facebook it's not that trustworthy people I've encountered. Now if you are saying कि उन्हीं पे choose करें, I have like 10K followers on Pinterest as well. Even on Snapchat, I have 8K subscribers. ये तो मुझे भी नहीं पता था. That Snapchat have these subscribers. And in LinkedIn have couple of connections. There are a lot of things. But yes, most of the work that I have received is with the platform Instagram that have provided me. And I think nowadays, Instagram is like, if you have an authentic page, even the person did not meet me, they do pay me. They do the advance payment just by talking with me or chatting with me, or even with my staff that I have hired, and they have paid me, even the point of my students or the actual clients. Definitely, then you have to meet, and everything is happening virtually only. I have completed, I think, more than 180 projects till now in the 2 year span, but there are only like 10 or 12 clients I have actually met in my life. Those that completed the project. It's all with that phone, with the laptop, with my softwares, and the money.
I would also like to add one more point to your question. So as a creator, you have to decide which platforms you want to show up on. And like Surya rightfully pointed out, you have to be consistent. If you are planning on being on all 4 platforms, for example, the basic Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, but if you're not able to show up consistently on all 4 of them, your audience loses interest in you. So choosing Instagram, and she actually capitalized on that. Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat, like she said. So that's where she found her right audience, people who are willing to pay, who are interested in her content. Likewise, you can also decide which platform makes more sense for you. Any other questions for her? So I think we're done. Anything you would want to add for anyone who's going to start their journey on Instagram? Like, for example, today itself, what are the 5 things that you would suggest to them? Yeah, like, don't go overboard. Followers ki chaah mat rakho. You will get genuine followers if you will genuinely upload your work on time. You will start getting, but एक ही मंथ में हो जाए, एक ही साल में हो जाए, ऐसा भी मत सोच के रखो. Things will turn up. I have like the reel that you were talking 1.5 million hit करा. That was the time I was having 3K followers. Yeah, उसके बाद भी I have like gained like viral reels, but any reel that you're making, just make sure the information is authentic and आपने पूरा research करके डाला हुआ है, and you even don't know after 1 month that reel can blow up. Anything can happen. Also though, and you have to have a mastery in software if you're an interior designer, if you're coming on board. And definitely it's about the thing that I have started taking the virtual projects, and I am particularly doing the interior, even if an architect is approaching here. So usme bhi you have to be sure like what is your main granth of the software. You have to be particular on that, and definitely the more you have the quality HD quality views and camera setting, if you're like you like person should get onto your page and should say कि अरे इस software में तो इसको काफी knowledge है, she's making like good thing यार with the HD quality, and try to improve your quality. अगर आपने आज भी मैंने मेरे पेज से कुछ डिलीट नहीं करा है, तो अगर आप नीचे जाके स्क्रॉल करोगे, so my old content is there. That I am not deleted that because I want people to know कि मैंने यहाँ से यहाँ मैंने भी improve करा है. And I think after 5 years, if you'll met me onto the like stage I am, I hope मैं improved ही मिलूँ आपको. So and be consistent. Thank you so much, Surya. We're done for the day.